We're live or we're recording.
All right. Well, then we'll call this meeting to order. Right? You ready for that letter?
Yep, you bet.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Father, for those who are in attendance today, and blessings to those who were unable to be. Leonard, you're looking just great.
Thank you. I got my new shirt on.
Oh, you're looking very dapper.
Thank you.
And where's your suspenders?
Right here.
Okay. Well, that's your trademark, so.
It is, yeah. I'm still me.
Yeah. But you still look like a gnome.
Yeah, I can't change that.
Yeah. I was hoping that Diane Steggy would return today. She has exhibited some interest in joining us, and of course she's partnered with us for the last 5 years, I think, 5 or 6 years with RILA. Our 2 RILA students got picked up Sunday by a Rotarian from Storm Lake. In fact, I think she is our Rotary District Assistant District Governor's wife, the wife of the Assistant District Governor Larry Hack, and her name is Jennifer. And Greg is going down on Friday at noon. Did you get the map?
Yep, I got it.
Do you have any?
I got everything I need.
Hey, everything you need.
I'll find my way there.
Okay.
I think I'll call Rachel. And I don't know, is her phone number on that sheet?
Yes.
Just to, when I get there and say, hey, I'm in the parking lot.
Yes. And that's wonderful because I remember when the first year I was counselor at RILA, there were kids who weren't getting picked up and they didn't have the phone number of the person picking them up.
That's what happened when I picked them up too. So that bus sat there forever, and how you miss a big huge plus that says Pocahontas on it is beyond me. But
Did you hear that, Leonard?
I got a little of it, no.
Yeah, because Lori's sitting back there. I'm going to get an external mic.
Yeah, that'll help.
Omnidirectional, and then it'll be able to pick up the people that, that are behind you or whatever, pick them up and you'll be able to hear it. It's an ongoing process, right, Leonard?
Yeah, we'll get her figured out.
Yeah.
This is a great step.
It is. And you're on a stand here, so it looks very professional. So it isn't wobbly, it's stationary, and it's up off the table. And
you're short and thin.
And he is short and thin.
I am short and thin.
So natural. Yes.
Natural.
Yes.
It's technology.
Yeah, we are in the technology
And I'm
phase.
supposed to pick them up at noon, right?
Yeah.
At noon, high noon.
Yeah.
That's what time I plan on being there. I'll probably be there a few minutes early. But.
Yeah. That there's parking, I think, just beside the north part of that girls' dorm complex. And so we have no boys, but that's, like a block or 2 away. So simple this year with just girls. And they'll need to be fed, but they should have their own money. So. Okay, and then Sunday I'll drive down to Grinnell and I'll be a counselor for Young Life for a week.
And what are the ages of young riders?
7th and 8th grade. And I have done it one other time 2 years ago, and I was surprised at how mature those kids are. Very well selected. The thing I really like about Young Life is there's so few students, about 50 to 60 students, and regular RILA is 250 to 260. So,
Yeah, so you have more one-on-one.
well, that part's about the same because they're divided into teams. So there will be a youth facilitator who does all of the activities with them and leads the discussion. And that facilitator's counterpart, which is the Rotarian, is the sage, but not on stage. So we just help out and be supportive and tell old stories as much as they'll let us.
So we won't have a meeting next week.
Well, you could have a meeting, and I think you're vice president.
All right, that's fine.
Is everybody okay with that?
I think so.
You'll have to do double duty, technology and vice
I think I
president.
can do it.
Okay.
I'll be downstairs.
Oh, well, then maybe.
Maybe not.
That'll be just three of us here.
Should we forego that?
Would that be okay, Leonard, if we wait a week, have an off week?
I didn't hear all that.
Both.
I can hear you fine, but I can't hear the peripheral.
Yeah, Doc Dahl and I will be absent next week. It's
Okay.
Bosch for Doc and Young Ryla for me, and that would leave just 3 members, so 4 members.
Okay.
Jack
Good
has
old
one
meeting
there.
then, right?
Miles, we might wanna let him know.
So we will not have a meeting next week.
Now, here's a thought. If you want to
Okay.
join, get your online meeting thing going and we can all meet anyway, or just say hi. Oh,
That's true.
that's true. I'll set up the meeting is a recurring thing, so do as you'd like. But I'll
Okay,
set the meeting up, the online meeting again next week. And anybody that wants to get together and say hi can at least do that.
I'm getting here. Yep, I knew it. Thank you. He's a good. That meatloaf is the die for. Yeah. Yep. He made it homemade from scratch.
do you want a meatloaf dinner? I can bring you one, Leonard.
Well, not really.
Okay.
I'm afraid the sodium would be a little bit much for me now.
Oh,
Okay.
Leonard, you put on some weight.
I've lost 50 pounds.
Oh,
50 pounds.
Yeah, since I've been sick, I've lost 50 pounds. It's all part of the disease.
It's too much.
Leonard,
Can't help it.
Meatloaf, doesn't it?
you want some hash browns with cheese on it?
Look at this. Yeah, it's all,
Right now. I'm leaving.
You broke my heart.
I'm sorry, what?
You broke Bree's heart
Oh,
when you showed her your hands.
Yeah. yeah, it's all part of the game.
Yeah.
You didn't ask for it yet, but I do have a brag, okay? I have a friend. It's too bad I didn't pick up the paper on the way last week to the meeting, but I didn't pick up my mail. And if I had done that, I would have been able to have congratulated someone who's a very good friend of mine. Check this out, table tennis. Woo-hoo.
Go Doc. Yeah, cool.
Dr. Dahl.
I saw it. I read it. Yeah, you bet. Go Doc. Congratulations.
Thanks.
So that's gonna cost me $1.
Well, I'll throw in a buck too.
Well, you keep that butt.
I'll get this to you later.
All right.
And I want to brag about for 2 weeks in a row, we've had above the fold large publication of the fireworks. And I don't think we have to pay for that. That's when I talked to Marcia a week ago. She said that she would put something in the paper, and for 2 weeks it's been there. So that's a good thing. Did you see that, Leonard?
Yep.
So
Cool.
the fireworks will be Saturday night. So everybody be sure and come, bring people, so we'll get our money's worth. And I'll email Christy this afternoon to ask her to send an email out to all the students. and encourage them to come because it's their work that will be blown up in beautiful colors.
Great. It's a fair weekend though, right?
Yeah,
So
this
we
is
should
the
have
thing.
people around to see it.
Yeah, and I think there's a dance plan, street dance planned for Saturday night as well. Does this noise from the ceiling, which is the radio,
Nope,
does
not
that
one
bother?
of them.
Okay. In anticipation of Diane being here, I went to the Rotary website and copied and pasted a variety of things about Rotary. So I guess I'll just wait until she comes and go over that. Although you might be interested since we didn't do too much to orient you. Well, I'll just make sure everybody has one.
Oh, thank you, dear.
That'll be your homework. You can brush up on what we're all about. Also, in keeping with the topic of Rotary, our global scholar is finishing up her time. Can you tell us, update us, Greg?
Katie?
Yeah.
Right now she's finished. She's completed it. She sent me an email about a week ago. But I'm not sure what her intentions are as far as when she's coming back, if she's got a job, what she plans to do.
She does have a job, and the job, unfortunately, is in District 6000. Highway 30 divides the state. So south of 30, Ames, Des Moines, Iowa City. Cedar Rapids is in our district, but, and Mount Vernon, yes, but Ames is not in our district. So she's finished her college work, taken her finals. She's traveled to the west part of Australia. I know initially she planned to go to New Zealand, but I haven't seen that lately.
She still has like $900 and some odd left in her Glover scholarship.
And
So,
her flight is paid for.
so I haven't seen anything about when she wants to get that. I don't know when we gotta close that account now or what.
She has 900 left in her Global Scholar account, Leonard. And we don't know when that will be closed. The Rotary year goes from July 1st to June 30th, so we're in another year. And I had worked with Gina in the final report as much as we could do because Katie was still in school. So I got a deferment of that final report. That will be due until she finalizes everything and we close that account. So I would suppose that'd be in the next few weeks.
I hope so.
I know Katie is not going to be back by Rag Bride. She's been a faithful rag ride rider, but her priorities changed this summer, or this year, for the whole year.
Of course.
Doc Dahl and I just jumping back to old business. Doc Dahl and I had tallied up as much as we could this profit from our food booth. I mean, I might not have that with you. Do you remember what that was, Doc?
Yeah, I have it.
Okay, Doc Dahl will report that.
We had gross receipts of $370. Of that, $300 was seed money that we started with, so we had net receipts of $70, and we had about $200 and some in expenses, so we have a net loss of $150.30.
Net loss of what was that?
$150.30.
That's better.
Did you hear that, Leonard?
Yeah, not good, huh?
No.
Well, I guess we could chalk it up to it being a service project. But
Yeah.
that's not what we set out to do.
While we're talking about money, I've got the new website up, and we don't have a PayPal account hooked up to our account, do we?
No.
If you would do that, I can make it set up so we can get donations.
Yep.
So let me know as soon as you can. Just email me.
Well, it's on my list, Leonard. I forgot about it.
Okay, sounds good, Greg.
I think the chamber meets tomorrow.
Right here over lunch.
Are you going to come, Mary?
I kind of doubt it.
I will be here.
You'll be there. Okay. I've got a commitment tomorrow noon. Lori, could you be our spokesperson then and explain our concerns about the food booth and having the tent on the grass, which isn't handicap accessible? Also,
You're here.
and we did talk about that last night regarding Princess Park. Our hometown pride group met last night.
Good.
And Brenda Verba had updated us. I think she had talked to you, is that right?
That's correct, yeah.
You want to explain that conversation?
Yeah, well, I noticed now that I've become handicapped, I'm exceptionally sensitive to all these things. And one of the things I noticed, well, I had visitors here, probably 3 wheelchairs and a bunch of canes and walkers, and they're from a disabled, not assisted living, a sheltered living house. It's Sheldon. And we were talking, they said they were going to go to a park for lunch. I says, well, you got to go out to the teepee and have at the picnic tables. They said, we already looked, you can't get to them. In a wheelchair, you can't get to the picnic tables. And then my sister took me out there. You also can't get to the handicap accessible bathroom. They got a step this high to get to the handicap accessible bathroom. Somebody didn't have their brain in gear. Anyway, Brenda talked to me at Heritage Days about using some of Gary's memorial money to help fix this up. And later in the meeting, I want to tell you about the foundation I've started. But Margot and I talked about it. She said she's working on getting grants for Hometown Pride to help out with Brenda's contribution too. So we're making a difference. We're getting it fixed.
And Dick Gruber, Mayor Dick Gruber, also has difficulty navigating on gravel and grass.
His motorized scooter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's had knee surgery about a month ago. So he has difficulty walking on uneven surfaces. So, of course, he's very interested in it as well. And so last night, he pulled out an aerial view of Princess Park. And then we discussed having a paved pathway from the parking, which is on the west side of Princess Park, that would come past the log cabin. So we have access then to getting into the log cabin as well as the restroom. And then we'd pull over a picnic table so it would be beside that paved road.
See how I raised it? This is how we do it in Scotland. Another addition to this, I had my sister drive me around town. Everybody guess, how many picnic tables do we have now that a wheelchair person could get to in Pocahontas? Anybody want to guess?
0.
No, it's 1. Out at Albert Park, you could take a long sidewalk up to the old shelter house. but that would be something that we could get together and get behind. You know, if we make this town so visitors want to come here, maybe people will want to live here too.
Yes.
End of rant.
Yeah. Well, thank you for being an advocate, not just for yourself, but for visitors and perhaps
Yeah.
future
Very
residents.
important.
Yeah. So Margot, as she mentioned to you and she explained to us, we'll be looking for some grant opportunities. We cannot get Pocahontas County Foundation money because I don't think we can. We might be able to. I guess we talked about two topics yesterday, and one was the roof, and I know that doesn't qualify, the roof of the log cabin. But maybe paving would.
Possibly, I don't know.
So I guess we can look into that for starters. And I think Brenda referenced maybe 1,500 from Gary's Memorial Fund. She would dedicate to that.
Right.
So that was certainly encouraging.
Nice.
And you know, getting back to what you said, Leonard, about people donating money to Rotary, that could be something that Rotary could get involved with as well.
Exactly.
You know, we could apply for a district grant,
Yeah.
and I'm trying to think how much those are. I'm thinking like maybe up to 5,000.
And if I set it up so it's specially for handicap accessibility, you'll have a earmarked fund that you could double with Rotary, correct? Yeah, let's do that.
With the Rotary grant, we have to match dollar for dollar.
Okay.
So that's
If
our.
it's other people's dollars, it's not a problem, right? If we get it from other people,
Yeah,
because there might be other people who would like to help.
yeah.
We can do that.
Especially if we start to promote that, get some help from the Record Democrat.
Yep. Super.
Anything else, any other items of business that we haven't discussed today?
Did you get the title to the,
I got the registration for the trailer that we purchased from Dan Murphy, and went to the courthouse and got a new license plate. They did charge sales tax on the purchase, so it came to $300 and some altogether. And we are keeping the trailer out at Cliff and Mary's place, and they have someone who will apparently also keep it accessible during the snow season. We have an appointment to load the trailer. It's not until next month because I'll be gone to Oshkosh, and an appointment to take the cans to Cherokee.
did we take one load last week?
No, we did not.
So it's gonna be a really big load then, apparently.
Clifford cannot take,
No, not till his leg's better.
Yeah. Clifford can't do it until his leg is better.
All right,
I don't know, you know, we're talking about for length of time.
so the trailer is over at Cliff's now.
Yeah.
We have possession of it, we're all good to go.
It's secure,
All right, good.
and it is secured behind lock and key. And what we will do when we go to leave is we will give Dr. Dahl a key to the shed,
Okay, and then you can just,
and then he can pull it out of there whenever we need devices.
all right, cool.
I have one more thing I'd like to ask. I found this little sheet of paper in my notebook. And it says Mary, $345, and Clifford, $1,075. And so thinking in terms of a Paul Harris fellow, I wonder, it says then 580 to go. Does that mean I need to come up with 580, and to whom should I send that, or?
Are you sure that's dollars or points?
Oh. I do not see a dollar signal beside it.
What is that for?
Well,
A Paul Harris fellow.
you get, for every dollar you donate, you get a point, I believe it is. And those points can be in turn donated to other people to, for them to get
Yeah.
all their
So,
scholarships.
Clifford could throw his-
I don't know if, I had some points, I think Helen has some points. And it's always a little bit cloudy as to how that system works, but I'm suspecting that you're talking about points that can be given to someone else's credit.
And what do they do with those points?
Okay.
That is money that you donated, though. Those are actual dollars. But I could, as I understand it, I can transfer some of my points because the points are, as Dot said, dollar for dollar. So instead of giving you $200, I can give you 200 points because I've donated that $200, and you can add that to your points. So really, the statement of how much you donated to the foundation, because it's the foundation that references Paul Harris money. So maybe the first thing to do is either Lori or Dot, can you get that spreadsheet of donations to foundations?
When the gentleman was here that was explaining that, he was reluctant to share hard copy information. He was only referencing it verbally. So I'd be happy to see it. I don't know. I don't receive those reports directly.
I think they are available online through Club Runner.
That's possible.
Lori, do you know anything about that? How that
No, I've been getting emails, but I don't know if there's an error in our system or something that's doing correct. So I went in there to correct it the other day and cannot figure it out. So I'm gonna try it again today. I don't know what it is, but
What we're talking about, Leonard, is Mary would like more information about the Paul Harris Fellowship.
Okay,
And she has a note to herself of what at one point, there's no date on that though, is there?
No.
At one point, Mary had contributed $345 to foundation. And the foundation is what Paul Harris fellowships are based on.
right,
And it's through a point system, so each dollar donated means a point.
okay,
And Clifford, at one of the district meetings, conferences, had bought a quilt that
Right.
he contributed over $1,000, so that was automatically then a Paul Harris Fellowship
okay,
because of his contribution. And those of us that have contributed whenever at conferences or annually to the foundation then would have points that could be shared with other people.
oh,
So a point is reflective of what has been donated. So the conversation at this point has to do with how to access the spreadsheet of the amount members have donated.
I'll do some
Therefore-
research.
Uh-huh.
And
In
I'll
other
put
words,
some,
who-
I'll put
who
some
has
about the
something
fellowship on the website too.
Pardon?
I'll put something up about the Paul Harris Fellowship on the website too.
Okay,
I'll look around.
Do you have access to Club Runner, or is it,
Yeah, it's just part of, everybody's got access to it.
okay,
That's the Club Runner is the basic foundation for Rotary websites for people who don't have a Leonard. But you got a Leonard, so I built my own.
attaboy.
Attaboy.
Well, maybe Lori and Doc and I and you, Leonard, can do some investigating, see if we can come up with that spreadsheet.
Sure.
One
Love
of
to.
the things I'll do is I'll email Larry Peck, who is our assistant district governor, and ask him if he can access that and then forward it to me. But also it's either on My Rotary or Club Runner, or there's another website also. I think there are three main websites. I don't recall the third one offhand. So maybe in the next week or so, Mary, we can come up with that. Rotary does have a standard that they encourage each Rotarian to give $100 each year. And Lori has for many years requested that $10 be added. Is that right?
Well, yeah, it should just be added onto your dues, but then you made up a slip where you could donate what you want, which has been good for me, because then when I submit it to the accountants, I can just put 20 on there or whatever. So it's made it easier for me. But it finally got done, thank goodness.
Yes. And I know
Thank you, Dr. Dahl.
you asked for that.
Yes.
So, Doc Dahl, is there anything you want to clarify about that or add?
Well, I think Helen, you also have over 1,000 points. And I think I have over 3,000 points. And I've said this before, but I would be willing to trade points with other people for mutual benefit for more Paul Harris fellowships.
What would that entail, Doc?
Well, if I understand the process, we agree to give each other however many points we wish to, and if it's less than $1,000, then the person would make a cash contribution to bring it up to that level. The thing of it is, you cannot use your own points to get yourself another Paul Harris fellowship. You have to give them to someone else.
So if you gave me 1,000 and I gave you 1,000, then we each could have another Paul Harris fellowship?
I think so. We would have to verify that, but I think you're correct, as I understand it.
Well, I just wondered what the procedure would be for me to acquire.
It's hard to understand it thoroughly, but that's my understanding.
Well, maybe we should look into that as well.
Yeah, I'll do some research.
The first thing to do is to get a hard copy of that spreadsheet and thoroughly understand how the points can be given to someone else for their benefit.
Would we want to have the foundation chairperson for our district? invite him to a meeting?
What was the position of the guy that was telling us about, trying to explain all that to us? Was that our, at our last district governor's attendance or what?
I don't know. I don't remember that. It seems like there has been a time when our district assistant governor has talked to us. Michelle Bell had been the foundation chair for about 3 years. And I don't remember what
Well,
this
I remember it was definitely a man that was addressing that, even though we were having trouble following his explanation.
Was that at a meeting here?
Yes.
Maybe it was the governor.
I think it was.
I think you're right. Neil Fell. That probably was Neil Fell, Leonard, our district governor, when he visited last summer or last fall. But I'd be happy to contact the foundation chair, because when I've gone to trainings for grant writing, he said that he's available. And that way too, we could talk about the grant for that trail, the paved pathway. Yeah, I'll get a hold of him and see if he can come sometime in the near future.
Great.
Thank you, Mary, for bringing it up.
So now we're not going to meet next.
Well, let's talk about that. If the 3 of you can meet and connect with Leonard, I think I can take my noon hour that day and connect.
Okay.
I'll just take my iPad.
You can use your phone too.
Okay.
So we are gonna have a meeting.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that, and then Leonard and I will chime in.
And I'll email everybody the invitation so you know what to do. Did you all get, or do you check your email frequently? I sent everybody an invitation. And that's all you got to do is click on that link and you'll be in.
All right.
And then I'll put together an agenda for you.
Okay. Just email it.
Anything else, Leonard?
Yeah, I got to brag. This,
Yes.
I'm going to show you something you can do on a PC, get on a Mac. I'm going to share a screen. I hope.
See.
I noticed. I've been seeing that.
There we go.
Oh, wow.
Whoa. You see me up in the upper right and you in the upper right?
No, I got it on the main screen. Yeah, I see that.
There we go. Can you all see that?
Yep. Yep.
I started a foundation. This is a poor man's foundation. This is something's been dogging me for a long time. I started a foundation to enhance live theater in Iowa, and it's olsonfamilyfund.com. And you can go there at your leisure, but I've got a bunch of pictures. And
Is that the picture you just did with Pamela while she was here?
Yeah, I see the, I'm doing this for the Rialto. I've got a whole big scheme going on here.
Right.
You can go to my founder statement and learn a lot, but here's the other thing that ties with it, is greatiowastagestrail.com. And what I've done, I'm building a database. I'm up to 58, I think, right now, but I've added a few just to test drive and see what it does. This is what I've done for the Rialto.
Yeah, looks nice.
And I'm trying to get tour buses to town. Well, they got to have something more to see than me. So I've put links. And here's my best one. I saw Rick last night. He loves it. This is an interesting tourist attraction we don't even think about. But there's a lot of old men on a tour bus that would love to go out and tour Rick's site. So he's part of our tour group package.
Wow.
Now, let me show you what else. I've got a stock procedure, the website, Google Pictures, contact, and the Travel Iowa listing. I've also got Debbie Durham, the Iowa Economic Development Director, very interested in this, along with tourism and marketing. My vision is to get an article about this in the Wall Street Journal. We'll see how good I am. There's my brag.
You're nationally famous, Leonard. You probably won't have any trouble.
Now, let's see if I can get my screen back to you guys. I can do it, but I can't undo it. Huh? Fooled me.
We'll see how it goes.
Oops. I better be careful. I don't
Time
hit this
out.
one out. Cancel. Well, I don't have a very big screen, but I can still see everybody. So, are you seeing me, or are you seeing my screen? Oh, here I found it.
We're seeing
There's
your
my
screen.
button.
Now you're back.
I'm back. Yay! Yeah, we'll figure this out. This is cool, isn't it?
Yeah, it'll just take some playing around. We'll eventually get pros at it.
You know, maybe while I'm at Young Ryland next week, I can pull my team in and they can learn about us.
Yeah. Now I'm going to post a recording of this on PocahontasRotary.org, so you can all go back and look, and you can
See
show.
how it turns out.
What was that, Greg?
I said we'll see how it turns out.
Yeah. But
How
it's.
the audio
I
is.
recorded this on the cloud, so it takes some conversion. It won't be there right away.
This is the
Now it says my internet connection is unstable.
He's probably time's up.
Oh, I think I lost you.